Good morning. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Bellingham. My name is Kat Wingerter. I'm a practitioner and ministerial student, and I'd like to welcome you to our Sunday service today. And please just take a moment in gratitude for this wonderful world we live in and this beautiful land we have, and just a recognition that we are on native land right now. And thank you to the caretakers of this land and this earth in the past, in the present, and yet to come. Now, in order to start our service, I'd like you to just take a breath. And we have this wonderful prayer up here on our wall. So peace be unto you. You are welcome in this house. The way is open, and there is room in our house for all. Sit and rest and refresh your soul. Just breathe that in. And let's start that refreshing soul music. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome the people who are joining us online as well. And if you have a minute to type in the chat, say hello, good morning to each other, and join us in I'm Here to Remind You. I'm here to remind you of your magnificence, to help you awake to all the wonder that you are. I long to show you all the joy you're worthy of. I'm here to remind you how much you're truly loved. I'm here to remind you of your magnificence, to help you awake to all the wonder that you are. I long to show you all the joy you're worthy of. I'm here to remind you how much you're truly loved. I'm here to remind you how much you're truly loved. Was welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
All right. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, band. My name is Andrea Wood. I am the practitioner this morning, and I invite you to join me in prayer. Let's join our hearts and minds together in the knowing that there is one love, one radiant life, one vast, unlimited source. This one lives in me and moves as me. This one is a powerful ally, always saying yes, yes to me. And this one is a vast reservoir of grace. This grace moves through all things, seen and unseen, through all people, near and far. Spirit is radiant aliveness and the spirit of givingness itself, always supporting, always uplifting, despite any appearances to the contrary. This givingness is at the core of my being, and I know that for you and for me. I'm so thankful and grateful for our spiritual community that we are here together this morning, and I release my word knowing it is done, and so it is.
We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. Please join. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. We are held in the hands of grace, forever safe in the arms of love. Like a child receives protection from a mother's warm embrace, we are held in the hands of grace. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are whole. Spirit divine, come to me, feeling love, healing me. Open my heart, allow me to see beauty and love lives in me. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are whole. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are whole. Spirit divine, come to me, feeling love, healing me. Open my heart, allow me to see beauty and love surrounding me. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole. You are whole. We are whole. I am whole.
What wonderful music. The musicians always seem to know exactly what songs are perfect for the Sunday service, right? Well, welcome. I am going to be talking today about balance and grace. And I said this morning, if my topic is balance and grace, I should not trip and fall on my face. So I promise to try not to do that. But I will be doing a lot of moving on the stage because our monthly theme is dancing on the edge. And when I first heard that, the thought that went in my head is dancing on the edge of a cliff? No, thank you. Dancing on the edge of the ocean? Absolutely. So for me, some of you may not know this about me, but I do have a fear of what some people would call heights, but it's not necessarily heights itself, but rather the falling and hitting the ground part. So I don't like that because it hurts. So I avoid the heights. I avoid going to the edge. I avoid even things that have railings on the edge. But for some reason, I like roller coasters. Go figure. So let me give you an example of this. When I was very young, even younger than my son, we went to the Astoria Column. How many of you are familiar with that place? Yeah. So for those of you who aren't, it's a very skinny cylindrical column, 125 feet up. You go up spiral stairs on the inside, so you're not actually figuring out how far up you are till you step out onto the thin platform with a little rail, and you're way up high. Beautiful view if you can look that way. But when I was, yay big, I stepped out on there with all of my cousins and everybody, and I went, and I just plastered to the edge of the column and I would not move. It took them forever to get me to just step to the side of the door so I could get back in and get back down. Not happening for me. Now, a few years ago, on a trip with my son and my husband, we revisited the Astoria column. And my son and I went back up to the top. And this time, I stepped forward. And I stepped to that edge of that rail, and I even looked down. And it still scared me, but I did it. So even those fears that we have from a small age, even those fears that just strike us to our core, we can step out of them, we can step forward, and we can move to that edge. And that's okay. And if you can't, that's okay as well. Because I can dance on the edge of the ocean where that water on the sand, it just kind of barely touches your feet. But there's some people who can't do that. And that's okay too, because we all have different edges to walk. We all have a growing edge in a different place based on our own journey, based on who we are and where we're meant to go, based on the whispers of spirit in our heart. So when I'm talking about dancing on the edge, I know some of you are thinking, I can't dance. But ask yourself this, can you not dance because you can't move your body in a certain way to the music? If so, choose different music. Stop trying to dance to somebody else's beat. Listen for the heart song, that pulsing beat in your own heart that's whispered to you from spirit. That is the music that you can dance to. And that's what we're talking about today. Not someone else's music, but your own. Now, one of my favorite movies, I love movies, but one of my favorite movies has a character who's on that very dilemma. Do I follow the path that has been laid out before me by my father, by my tribe, by my family? Or do I follow where my heart is leading me? This movie is called Moana, and I'd like to read you a line from one of the songs. She says, "Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be." Now, for those of you who know that movie, you probably now have that song stuck in your head, but it's a great one. So there's something calling her forward, calling her beyond where she's been told she's supposed to be. And that's her dilemma. She's standing on the edge of the water saying, do I go back to where my tribe is and where I'm supposed to be a leader? Do I go forward to the ocean, which is calling me? And she's dancing on the edge too, but she's not dancing in joy. She's doing that little toddler dance, that hopping dance when a toddler sees the playground and is told, no, you have to stay with me. And they're like, I want to go to the playground, but I have to stay with my parents. I got to go, that little hopping shuffle dance. And that parent that's saying, no, you have to stay with me, that's us. We have to give ourselves permission to step forward, to go to our dreams, to go to that playground, to go to the ocean, to go whatever is calling us, to listen to that music. Instead of saying, what am I supposed to be? Where am I supposed to be going? We say, where am I being called to? Where can I dance? So picture this. A wonderful stage with an audience, not like this one, although this one is great, but a dance stage with ballerinas gracefully jumping across the stage and leaping and twirling and spinning. Beautiful. I couldn't do that. I'm sure there's probably people in this room or in our audience online that could do that have trained to do that. But could some of us who haven't actually go up on stage and look that beautiful and graceful instantly? Probably not, but if you can, awesome. It takes practice to be able to move and leap and jump to the music in that graceful way. It takes hard work and discipline to be able to do that. We all learned to walk as babies, and we probably fell on our butts many, many times before we got the balance right to step forward and to keep our bodies moving. But we take it for granted now until something happens that makes us remember that it can be challenging. Those of us who learned to ride a bike, same thing. I had training wheels for a long time because I couldn't keep the balance right. But now I can ride my bike just fine because I figured out how to move it forward and maintain the balance. And the same is true in our spiritual path. We have to move forward while maintaining that balance, the balance between our head and our heart, the balance between the practical world and our spiritual life. And the balance is there. Ernest Holmes says, the well-balanced person can walk with their head in the clouds and still keep their feet solidly planted on the ground. Faith and work are ineffective when separated. If you separate the work and the faith, it's not going to do it. It's not going to get you where you need to go. That's when you fall. But if you put in the discipline and the practice, as the ballet dancers do, and you keep moving forward, that's when you maintain that balance. Faith and work with your practice, daily practice of whatever it is that's calling to you, whatever it is that your spiritual heart is longing for. Now, on our spiritual path, most of us aren't going to just instantly wake up enlightened, although there are some out there who can and have, but most of us aren't. So we have to incorporate something that keeps us in that faith path, that keeps us connected to spirit on a daily basis to keep moving forward. I have a poem here, Hafiz. Would you like to hear it? Yeah? All right. I love Hafiz. This one is Let Me Think a Second. Some great high wire act the path to God becomes. And look at that long pole that is also needed to balance you so you don't fall. And look at that long pole that is also needed to gain balance so you don't fall. Let me think a second. How about in part, doing something that you know will be good for you, that you have not yet done, and of course, humility, and of course, kindness. So what have you not yet done that calls to you? What has stopped you from doing that which calls to you? Is it the what ifs? What if I can't do it? What if I'm not supposed to do it? What if it's not really my path? So standing up here in front of you today is part of my path. I am in studies to be a minister, which requires me to speak in front of many, many people. And this is something that is also a fear of mine. I spent a long time not wanting to be in front of people, not wanting to speak. My fellow practitioners can witness that in classes when I first started, they couldn't even hear me when I tried to talk in class. What did you say? We can't hear you, speak up. It took me a long time to have the confidence in myself and in my path to be able to speak. And I still have to practice at it. I'm still taking classes, minister as speaker, teaching me how to talk in front of people, how to talk in front of a camera audience, how to not cross my legs when I'm talking. All those little things. But the most important piece is the self-confidence and the self-worth to stand up and say, yes, this is my path. This is who I am. This is what I have to say. And I know that even if only one person that hears me talk takes something out of it, that was my purpose. That was why I was called forth to speak on that day, in that time, even if just for that one person. And that is what fulfills me. So regardless of my scared what ifs in my mind, what if I fail? Well, what if I succeed? What if I fall? Well, what if I fly? Turn those negatives into positives, and that is what helps keep that balance, keep that moving forward. That is what helps build the faith. And building the faith is what opens us up to grace. So let's talk about grace for a moment and what grace looks like. The dancer is graceful because they move with the flow of the music. The musician playing moves with graceful movements through training and practice because that's how the movement of the music flows, and it flows through them. Any of those athletes, I love watching the gymnastic Olympics, watching them move. Oh my goodness gracious, I could not ever do that. But they do it and they make it seem effortless. But how much time and training and practice do they put in to make their bodies flow with their equipment and with the way that their body is moving, and for the floor dancers of the women with the music? It's just amazing. But it takes that time and that discipline to allow it to flow through. So I have a quote here from Deepak Chopra about grace. Grace is the effortless flow of existence that comes when you are living in harmony with life, when the rhythms of your body-mind are in sync with nature's rhythms. To live in grace is to experience that state of consciousness where things flow and your desires are easily fulfilled. Grace is magical, synchronistic, coincidental, joyful. It is the good luck factor. And how do you live in grace? It's simple. Just allow the universe to flow through you without interfering. Without interfering. That's the important part there. So many times our mind gets to chattering and it interferes with that flow, with that connection. The mind is what creates those what ifs. If we allow our minds to be open and trusting and have faith, but how do we allow that? Those what ifs can be so strong sometimes. They whisper in the dead of night when you're just lying there awake in your bed, and the worry comes up. And the fear builds on the worry, and then you're plastered to the side of the column, not wanting to step forward. So how do we let go and open ourselves up to that faith, to that flow? Practice. I'm going to say this many times. This is the most important thing, practice. Just like the dancers, the musicians, the artists, anything that you do takes practice on a daily basis to keep it moving forward, to keep it growing, to keep it expanding, to keep the awareness alive, to allow the flow to go through. How many people here have felt that flow when you're in the middle of doing something you absolutely love and you lose time and you just are there? I have many times, right? That's what flow feels like. And when you are in that flow in spirit, connected with oneness, either in meditation or prayer or even dance or whatever it is that appeals to you and that calls you to spirit, when you are in the middle of that flow, you are one and connected. That is divine grace. That is moving through you. No matter what you're doing, you are full of grace. You are full of love and light. As the song earlier, you are holy. We are all holy. We are divine presence in this world, and we need to recognize that presence as ourselves, as each other. So when I look out at this audience today, I see God in every single one of you. All of your eyes reflecting that divine oneness. And if I could see the eyes of you guys out there in cyberland, you're reflecting it as well. So take a look at yourself internally. Take a look at your eyes in the mirror and see that God reflected back at you. Spirit, divine nature, whatever you want to call it, it is in you right now, waiting for you to open up and say, yes, I am divine. Yes, I can step to that edge and I can dance. I can listen to the heart song. I can hear the music and I can dance. We each have our own growing edge, our own place we're being called to, our own music to dance to. And when we open up to that flow, we open up to that goodness, we know that everything is divine, then we can dance. So that's what I'm inviting you to do. This is your homework. Listen to your own song and find a way to dance to it. Whatever way works for you, wherever your edge is, please dance. So let's do a prayer. Join me in knowing that there is only one divine presence, a playful presence of love and light and joy, a presence that shines in each of us. We are connected to that divine power. It flows through every cell of our body. All the words we speak, all the actions we take are divine in nature. And we open up to that divine flow, to that grace. We open up and let it flow through us, listening to that heart call, to that music that is just for us, calling us to our spiritual calling, to become who we are meant to be, our divine self. We open up to that grace flowing through us and embrace it and dance with it. We dance with the divine every moment of the day. And we say, wonderful, wonderful Spirit, dance with me. And in gratitude for this divine calling, for this divine grace flowing through, I release these words into the law, knowing that they are so even as they are spoken. And so it is. Doing the offertory now. So ushers will come forward. For those of you out in Cyberland, you can go to our website. There's a donation page there, csl-bellingham.org. Let's have some music. Thank you.
These are the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive all the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace? Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive? Love, are you ready? Are you ready? Joy, are you ready? Are you ready? Peace, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to receive? These are the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive all the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace? Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive compassion? Are you ready? Are you ready? Forgiveness, are you ready? Are you ready? Laughter, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to receive? These are the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive all the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace? Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive passion? Are you ready? Are you ready? Success, are you ready? Are you ready? Abundance, am ready to receive. Are you ready to receive?
Thank you. And thank you all for your gifts and donations. Our center is fully funded by your donations, so thank you. We have some announcements. So let's see. We have begun offering preschool services for children 18 months through 4 years from 10 to 11:45, and our nursery staff is fully vaccinated. Children's programs will hopefully begin in the fall. We will be calling parents to determine that in the near future. And we are requesting that everyone, regardless of vaccination status, return to wearing masks indoors for public gatherings at the current time due to the expanded CDC guidelines as well as the outbreaks with variant D. All right, Soul Collage Workshop. Woo, those are so awesome. So Dr. Andrea is offering a Soul Collage Workshop on Wednesday, August 25th, 4 to 6 p.m. And if you haven't been to one, it is fantastic. We only have 15 spots, so make sure you sign up by the 23rd. And a $10 to $20 donation is accepted for that workshop. Sorry, this is, I think, the first time I've actually ever done announcements, so thank you for bearing with me on this. Thank you. We have a wonderful class by Zina Kacha, who is teaching a course called Foundations of the Science of Mind, a wonderful course, great spiritual practice for those of you who want to add something to your life. Classes are a wonderful way of doing that. It will be Wednesday, 9:15 to 11:03, so September 15th to 11 November. Oh, I had to think that one. 6 to 8:30 p.m. with a half-day retreat on Saturday the 6th. Tuition is $200 as it is a accredited class. And let's see, I think that's everything. Oh, we have morning prayers every morning, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m., offered by our practitioners. And evening gratitudes, 8:45 p.m., Monday through Friday, also by our practitioners. So come and join us for those if you also need some additional spiritual practice to keep your dance alive. And everything else you can read about on our website. Thank you for joining us today. And I would like to throw a thank you out to all the wonderful people who help do the Sunday service, our band, our practitioners, our sound team, our ushers, and everybody else behind the scenes. So thank you. All right. Wonderful. Will you take us out of here? Wonderful. Thank you.
Please stand for our last song, Power of Love. I can feel the power of love inside me. Feel the power of love. I can see the evidence around me. We are the power of love. And my eyes are open to the truth I now embrace. And my heart is open by spirit and by grace. I can feel the power of love inside me. Feel the power of love. I can see the evidence around me. We are the power of love. And my eyes are open to the truth I now embrace. And my heart is open by spirit and by grace. We are the power of love. 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 Have a great week, everybody.
2, 3.